Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a question that always sparks curiosity: where is the king right now? That's exactly what Danish media asked just a few weeks ago when headlines appeared saying, King Frederik has traveled abroad, but where has he gone? The mystery of a monarch's movements may sound like simple gossip, but in truth, it reveals a fascinating blend of tradition, diplomacy, and even politics. Now, let's unpack the story. When Queen Margrethe abdicated in January 2024, Denmark entered a new royal era with King Frederik X. He stepped into the role carrying a powerful motto: united, committed, for the Kingdom of Denmark. And he has been living up to it, with state visits, symbolic gestures, and a careful balance between public duty and private life. But this summer, something unusual happened. The king disappeared from the public eye. His last official appearance was around the 3rd of July, and then suddenly, silence. No handshakes, no speeches, no public walkabouts. People began to ask, had the king slipped away abroad? Well, the evidence suggests he did. Reports point to France, specifically Château de Caix, the royal family's private residence in Cahors. It's a quiet place, surrounded by vineyards, where Danish royals have retreated for decades. In fact, both Frederik and Queen Mary are believed to have spent time there, recharging before returning home on July 21st. And here's the interesting part: while they were away, Crown Prince Christian, just 19 years old, and the former Queen, Margrethe, served as regents. This wasn't just a vacation detail. It was a glimpse of Denmark's constitutional monarchy in action. The machine never stops, duties are carried out, symbols remain steady, even when the king steps aside for a moment. But not all of Frederik's travels are private. In April this year, he went to Greenland, a trip loaded with symbolism. With the world watching and even the United States eyeing the Arctic, Frederik made it clear: Greenland is not just a territory, it is part of Denmark's royal heart. To reinforce that, he even redesigned the royal coat of arms to give Greenland and the Faroe Islands greater prominence. That's diplomacy through symbols. So why does it matter if the king disappears for a couple of weeks in France? Because every step he takes, whether in Paris, Nuuk, or Copenhagen, carries meaning. It signals where Denmark's priorities lie, it shows how tradition adapts to modern pressures, and it gives us rare glimpses into the balance between the man and the monarch. And here's the takeaway: yes, Frederik did travel abroad, most likely to France. Yes, it created curiosity. But beyond the tabloid headlines, it reminds us that monarchy is not just about crowns and ceremonies, it's about continuity, representation, and sometimes, even the power of a well-timed absence. So the next time you see a headline asking, "Where is the king?" remember, the answer might be more meaningful than it first appears. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.